Welcome back to National Signing Day, presented by Cavenders. We're now joined by the OC, Tim Beck. Coach, first off, let's just talk about the dynamics we find ourselves in right now. The first time ever, the early signing period. What is different from your perspective?
Having two of them. How about that? I mean, there's been enough stress, anxiety, excitement, joy, relief on one signing day, let alone having two of them. Wow, it's like having two children in 5 months, 4 months, whatever. So, it's been different. It's been a learning experience really for all of us because, I mean, probably every staff in the country, nobody's gone through this. Yeah. And, certainly even these young players. So to recruit them, they're committed, they want to sign, have coaching staff changes, other schools trying to come in on them. We're trying to prepare for bowl game and give our players here the time and the due diligence that they deserve and need, on top of also trying to be out there and, hey, we want you, we want you, we want you. So the juggling act has been unique, to say the least, and it's been a learning experience.
Before I turn it over to these guys, what were you trying to do with this recruiting class offensively? What were you going out looking for?
Well, I think one of the things is just, we needed quarterback depth, obviously, with two quarterbacks on scholarship. That was a big key for us. And just finding guys at other positions. The tight end position was a position we felt like we needed. And really just, you're plugging in receivers in slots, you're plugging in running backs in slots, you're trying to get some offensive linemen to be able to come in. And certainly here at the University of Texas, we're looking for the best of the best and bring these guys in and to be able to compete and challenge for jobs. And if they're better than the guys we have, they'll play. And if they're not, they're going to make the guys in front of them better. So it's a win-win situation for the coaching staff. It's a win-win situation for the University of Texas.
Coach, speaking of quarterback, what is it about Casey Thompson that you like? Obviously, dual threat. He can throw the ball well. He can run the ball well. What about him excites you most?
First, he's a great young man also. Just class individual, comes from a great family and a very football-rich family. But he's an electrifying player with the ball in his hands. He's able to run, throw, do a lot of things. I really love the way he keeps the plays alive. In today's game, that quarterback has to have the ability to do that. I think that's really important for him to do that.
And I think another area of need, obviously losing Connor Williams, will be this offensive line. Mm-hmm. Two-part question for me, Coach. How comfortable are you right now currently with the depth on your offensive line? And a guy like Rafidi Gourmay, how does he come in and kind of factor into that depth?
Yeah, I think obviously we had to play some guys this year based on injury that maybe needed a year of development, but they were called into action, and I applaud them. I thought they played as hard as they could and did some really good things for us and are going to be tremendous football players. So the future is definitely bright when it comes to that position. But I think obviously between Rafidi, between Reese, some of the guys that we have committed at this point, really going to be a strong group that's coming in. I'm really excited about those guys. Big guys, athletic guys, tough guys, and they love the University of Texas. That's the other thing. You gotta love guys that love this place and love to want to be here, and that excites me as much as anything.
Coach, you already have one young, talented tight end on the roster in Brewer. You got Malcolm Epps. How does that change the dynamic? Obviously, he's a prospect, may need to put on some weight. What gets you excited about him?
His catch radius is incredible. He's like a raptor. You see him out there, and he runs his arms. He's just everywhere. But he's a guy you could split out and do some things with because of his size and his speed, because he's so athletic. Obviously, Coach Yancey will get those guys. Coach McKnight will have those guys and lift them and get them to a point where we can have them bulked up where we need them to be. But to get a guy with his ability at that spot, certainly we needed that,
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. I know you have a ton going on, getting this class all signed. And, practice coming up as well.
A couple hours.
Coach Beck, thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys.